Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the daily reading for Tuesday, the 13th of October 2020. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Let's see what we get. I'm just going to give it one more shuffle. Hope you're sticking with me. Right. Okay, we get the Fool. How lovely. How lovely. Interesting. Emperor in the reverse. This is the same combination as came out for that reading for the 16th of October. Hierophant. Wow. Okay. Oof. Male energy, especially here. Matters of authority, temporal and spiritual, all on the basis, we've got temporal on its head, spiritual right way up, and all based upon this empty mind. Ooh. Now, I have never before thought this about the Fool, but I suddenly got empty-headed. And there's a very great difference between empty mind and empty-headed. The former is meditative, the latter is lunatic. Okay, we've got a kind of lunatic energy here being brought into spiritual structure. And the pivot point, the fulcrum in the middle, is this Emperor in the reverse. Okay, maybe what the message here is, in order to move from confusion and unproductive, unprogressive, going nowhere WTF-ness to structure in a kind of hierarchy that is workable within the outside world, we have to go via a turning of authority on its head. But because this is round the other way, because this is, sorry, I'll start again. If these two cards were in different positions here, I would be saying that we need to go through the spiritual, turning the spiritual on its head, the spiritual authority on its head, in order to reach order in the outside world. But we need to turn outside world order on its head in order to get to a place of spiritual order. Wow, I sound like the Speaker of the UK Parliament. Order, order. Okay, hold on a sec. I was drinking my afternoon tea, as all we English people do, of course. Right, let's get a little bit more on this. I'm really interested in this process of reversing, upending the established order in order to get from a place of empty-headedness to a place of top-down spiritual authority via the upending of top-down worldly authority. I think, yeah, perhaps another way of looking at this is that the only thing that's going to make any flipping sense is to just presume that the king is the fool is the king, the slave is the master, and the master is the slave. What is up is down, what is down is up. It's kind of Orwellian. kind of newspeak. War is peace. Weakness is strength. There's definitely a kind of reversal. And it's not a reversal of fortune even, or not at this stage of the reading. Okay. Oh, fair play. Okay. We've got the High Priestess now. I'm going to pop her over here in the upright. So we've got the spiritual power couple on the table, both in the upright. And we've got death in the reverse. Okay, what this suggests to me is that the movement from empty-headedness to peace of mind is via an upending of the sense of authority of an individual. I do not think that this is, I'm just going to move this all up a little bit. I don't think this is a matter to do with a kind of global everyman situation. This is personal. And the reason I'm saying that is because the death card is reversed. If the death card were in the upright, I would be erring more towards a narrative of accepting some sort of change that maybe unwelcome, but that visits us all. But because it's in the reverse, I really do think this is an individual. It's not a concept, it's an individual. Think the unthinkable. Contemplate the impossible. This may be to do with fathers, it may be to do with bosses, it may be to do with teachers, with authority figures of some sort. It's definitely something to do with authority figures. There is wisdom in both the personal and the public sphere of spiritual wisdom. There is wisdom in allowing the unthinkable in terms of authority figures to be thunk. Allow the... I worked as an English teacher for many years, English language teacher, and I remember once, I must have been bored, a student asked me, what's the past of the verb think? And I said, well, it's thunk. Allow the unthinkable to be thunk in terms of one particular authority figure. That way wisdom lies, funnily enough. And it might be something, Fool here, that you've never thought before. It's like, hold on a minute. Maybe my boss is ba-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe my dad is ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe my teacher is da-da-da-da-da-da. It's definitely something to do with authority figures, male authority figures, or male energy. It's not necessarily just to do with men, it's to do with patriarchy. Okay, let's get one more. And as I say, this is a story of an individual because we have death in the reverse here. So it's not a global human phenomena that we're talking about, and it's not inevitable. It's personal. Okay, we get the Chariot. Okay, I'm just seeing how this works. Right, what I'm getting really strongly here is that if there's a kind of maybe it's this or maybe it's that, it's neither. Maybe it's true or maybe it's false. It's neither true nor false, or both. maybe it's possible, maybe it's not possible. It's neither possible nor impossible. It could be both. That's what I'm getting. Usually with the chariot, it's a matter of the charioteer using their skill to pull and release, hold and release these two forces of horses in order to keep the chariot moving forward. That's what a skilled charioteer does. They know how the horses work. They understand these powers. One of them wants to go this way, the other one wants to go this way. They might be equal and opposite. And the skilled charioteer knows how to move that energy. A tug here, a letting go there. A tug here, a letting go there. But what I'm getting from this is that it's neither fish nor fowl. It's not, is this for real or is it all made up? It's a bit of both. In other words, it's neither. So we're ending this reading with a sense of wisdom to be gained by thinking the unthinkable about a particular authority figure, and the matter of whether it is true or not, right or not, good or not, real or not, legal or not, etc., etc. This black and white is not the story. The story is in the grey, and that is the hardest place, especially when we're up against it. That is the hardest place to be. And it might be really difficult when we're trying to move out of this fool energy to something more solid. It might be really, really difficult to just sit with neither fish nor fowl. It ain't black, it ain't white. It's some shade of grey. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm going to leave it there. Please leave a comment if you would like to, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Oh, and namaste.